Hello, Miss Elena. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Are you nervous to be here today?
A little bit.
How are you feeling?
A little nervous.
Okay. That's okay. It's completely normal. That's healthy. I'm going to try and make this as easy as possible for you, okay?
Okay.
Today we're just going to talk a little bit about your lifestyle. Today we're going to be focusing on your family. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, great. So how would you perceive your role in your family growing up? Were you a peacemaker, a caretaker, a troublemaker? What would you say your role was?
I was kind of a troublemaker as a child.
How so?
I just didn't like to do things I was told to do. Like buckle up.
Okay, so you're a little bit defiant, maybe?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some other ways that you were a troublemaker when you were like younger?
I was also a caretaker to my little brother.
Oh, that's good.
I was just a troublemaker for a few years.
Okay, so what about when you were older? What would you say around like, age 12 to the early teens? What would you say your role was?
I was really good then.
Okay, good. In what ways were you really good? How did you do in school? How did you do with your extracurricular activities and your family?
I was good in school.
Okay.
And I played sports and...
What kind of sports did you play?
Swimming.
Okay, cool. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
And how did you do with that? Do you think that you were a good swimmer?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Sort of.
That's good. But you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's the important part, really. So what other types of things did you do when you were around that age?
What age are we talking? 12 to...
Like, I would say like 12 to 15.
Mostly just school and band. I guess I was in band.
Okay, what did you play?
And clarinet.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And you were good at that? You enjoyed that?
Yeah, it was alright.
The important thing is that you enjoy it, honestly. That's really the most important thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what about when you were older? What about when you were, like, in your late teens? So what were things like then? Were you still a caretaker? Were you more of a troublemaker? What do you think your role was then?
I was still good.
Yeah. When do you think that you started using drugs?
After high school.
After high school? So it was after you moved out of your parents' house, basically? Or were you still living with your parents?
Everybody does drugs in their parents' basement.
Okay. That's okay. So you were still living with your parents after high school?
Yeah.
Okay. And you think that, so you were more of a troublemaker a little bit after high school, would you say?
Yeah. My parents didn't know at first that I was doing anything, but...
Okay. But it eventually came out?
Eventually.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
And how was that when it came out?
My parents were a little upset.
Mm-hmm.
But...
I'm sure they were very scared.
Yeah, probably scared too.
Yeah. Okay, so what roles do you think that your siblings performed when you were growing up?
My older brother was the one who kind of got me into everything.
Mm-hmm.
As little kids, we were just regular siblings, and it was fine.
Okay. What do you mean by regular siblings?
We just played together, and
Okay.
it was all good. Regular fights and regular everything, I think.
Sounds pretty typical for a
Yeah.
family. How many brothers did you have?
One older brother, one younger brother.
What's your older brother's name?
Lance.
How old is he?
Now he's 32.
Okay, so how many, that's 3 years older than you?
Yeah.
And then what about Luke?
He's 3 years younger than me.
Okay, so exactly 3 years apart. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Alright, and what would you say that Luke's role in the family was?
He was just a baby.
He was the baby. Was he kind of taken care of? You said that you were kind of a caretaker to him when you were younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a baby.
Okay, so does he have any trouble with substance use?
Not really. No.
When do you think that Lance started using substances again?
I don't know. So probably when I was in high school.
When you were in high school?
Yeah.
So he got you into substance use after high school then?
Yeah.
After you were in high school?
Yeah, after I graduated high school.
Okay. So what were some of your typical fears growing up as a child?
Well, my parents were always fighting.
Okay.
So that they were gonna break up, and they have eventually did.
Okay.
Um,
When did that occur?
just before high school.
Really? So how did that affect you?
That was kind of hard. Yeah.
Who did you live with, your mom or your dad?
Mostly my mom, but we'd go back and forth.
Mhm. That sounds really difficult.
Yeah.
So that was right before high school, you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I still did good in high school.
Okay, that's good. Sounds like you're very resilient.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good thing. So when your parents were still together, did they know that you were afraid that they were gonna split, do you think?
Probably.
How do you think they responded to that?
My dad didn't really care, and my mom tried to deal with that fear,
Kind of comfort you about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So, so you said that your parents broke up right before high school, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then how was their relationship after they broke up? Did they still talk to each other? Did you get to see your dad like on the weekends, every other weekend type thing, or?
Mostly they kind of argued every time they talked. So,
Okay.
but they got along sometimes. So you never knew.
It was kind of
happen.
random.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. Well, how did your parents relate to each child?
My mom's favorite is my little brother. My
Okay.
dad's favorite's my older brother.
Oh, so where does that leave you?
So I was just there.
I'm sure they loved you very much. It must have been really hard not being a favorite.
It was okay. They still they liked me. They didn't dislike me.
Okay.
So it was fine.
But still, I mean, not being a favorite must be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Like, each of your brothers probably got a little bit more attention from the respective parent than do you think?
Yeah.
So do you think that you were kind of put on the back burner?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. How did that make you feel?
I mean, it wasn't too bad though. Yeah.
Do you think maybe that had something a little bit to do with your substance use?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I mean, I always felt pretty loved.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Even though you don't feel like you were one of the favorites, you still felt like you were taken care of.
Yeah.
Good. That's very important in a child's life. Describe your mother and your father.
My dad worked a lot. He pretty much worked and then came home and slept.
Mm-hmm.
And then had us clean.
Did your mom ever do any cleaning, or?
Yeah, she did, but
Okay.
she was home more because she only worked 2 days a week or 3 days a week.
What
Depending.
job did she have?
She was a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was a caretaker.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. So describe your mother. You said that she didn't work very often, just 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So what was she like?
She's very nurturing. She'd come up with activities for us to do and
Well, that's fun.
try to, I don't know. She was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So your parents were both nurturing, it sounds like, or more so your mom than your dad.
Yeah, more so my mom.
Was your dad nurturing at all?
He was. He would hug us, but not as much as my mom.
Okay. So he was still present. It just wasn't as much.
Yeah.
But your mom was a nurse, so she was naturally a caretaker, it seems like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that probably played a role in our home lives too.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's your personality type, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really good. Okay, so so I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you abuse cocaine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, so you're still on the fence about whether or not you have a problem, basically. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. That's an okay place to be at. I think everybody experiences that. So without labeling your cocaine use as, drug addicted, not drug addicted, if you were to wake up tomorrow and you no longer had the urge to use any cocaine and you just completely stopped using the cocaine, what do you think would be different in your life? What would be the first thing that you would notice?
I can't really picture that. I don't know. I can't see myself not. I could see myself going like one day or a couple days, but like if it was gone totally, right now I would just miss it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you miss about it?
Just the feeling.
The feeling?
Yeah.
What feeling, like, what does it give to you? What do you get out of it?
I just feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it help you with your work? Does it hinder your work?
I wouldn't say it helps. It helps socially
Okay.
for work. Like some of my coworkers also use. And so it helps make connections there. But
That must make it really difficult to stop then.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gives you that social network. I can imagine.
Yeah, except when management finds out.
Well, yeah, then it's going to be an issue. Yeah.
That's been the problem.
Right. And I'm sure your coworkers have to experience the same thing. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope that one day you can picture your life without cocaine, and just keep working on where you're at with that. You said that you're not really sure if you have a problem yet. Just try and be honest with yourself and introspective, and just keep working on it. And I think that you're going to do really well. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.